On the map, they are two different countries, Germany on one side, Poland on the other. But for the daily lives of the people who live here, Frankfurt, Oder and Słubice are still one city. They were for centuries a single German town on the banks of the Oder River, with a shared life, a shared economy, and a shared approach to health. But in 1945, everything changed. The city was almost completely destroyed by the end of World War II, and a new border was drawn right down the middle along the river. This act of separation didn't just split a city. The very base of the city, the pre-war healthcare system of Frankfurt Oder, was also lost in the chaos and destruction. The eastern part of the city, now the Polish town of Słubice, had to start from scratch. So did Frankfurt Oder on the German side. The two cities, once a single entity, now embarked on entirely separate journeys. The Szpital Powiatowy w Słubicach, their district hospital, began construction in the late 1950s and opened its doors in 1964. It was a symbol of independence and a new future for the community. Meanwhile, across the river in East Germany, the city of Frankfurt Oder was also rebuilding. They developed a new district hospital, the Klinikum Frankfurt Oder, which was not inaugurated until 1984. These hospitals became the core of their community's health, but they existed in parallel universes with a river and a guarded border separating them. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and Poland's entry into the European Union in 2004 began to change everything. The bridge now became all the more connecting point. The cities, now officially twin cities, began to ask, can we share more than just a border? The answer is a resounding yes. Take the Klinikum Frankfurt Oder, for example. Recognizing that thousands of Polish people live and work nearby, the hospital has an entire section on its website dedicated to Polish-speaking patients. They can avail Polish-speaking coordinators too to help with appointments, paperwork and insurance. This cooperation became critically important during the COVID-19 pandemic. But what do we know? Let's move away from the on-paper descriptions, facts and figures, and look into the experiences of the actual people from both the sides. How do they find healthcare working for them here?
There was some taking over of patients as well during COVID, because the rather small infrastructure in the Słubice side was overwhelmed by the number of cases, and patients were brought also to German hospitals. And now, with this new border regime, with the border controls from both sides, it's a lot more problematic because the border controls are causing traffic jams, especially on the Słubice side. And there were many cases when ambulances could not cross, actually, and that was it's really danger of life that is then happening.
When it comes to the quality of the hospitals and infrastructure, I would say, as there's not enough money since years, so many hospitals are kind of ancient, and the system sometimes fails on many levels to provide something more contemporary.
The new hospital, which is still used today, so it's mostly outside of the city center, and many people ask why it's like that. So the city architectures, they planned that the city will expand. It will expand to the west. That's why nowadays the hospital is also laying on the west side. German people usually don't go to Polish hospitals because they don't trust the Polish medical system. They think it's old-fashioned. They are not sure about their insurance situation. If it's covered up by the German insurance, people are not aware about that. And I think the biggest problem is the language barrier. So I believe that many Polish doctors are not able to speak German. But when we take a look on the German side, actually, we got many doctors who are from Poland, who work in German hospitals. We're facing a crisis. We have a huge lack of doctors, and in general also. So if you want to get therapy, for example, it's very hard. You have to wait mostly 1 year to get an appointment. But you can just accept it because you cannot change it. But I think they will do it in the quickest way, to just help you for a while, and then they're just sending you to someone. They say, okay. So I would say it's just playing on time, I think.
I had this situation, it was a bit of emergency, and I called like every single number available on the internet, showing like the gynecologist from Frankfurt Oder. Nobody's taking a new patient. It was an emergency situation, so they told me to go to the emergency department in a clinicum, and they examined and they were like, this is the maximum we can do, and now we need a real gynecologist. I don't know, I was crying. I was crying the whole day. I was so heartbroken. Like, never in my life was I got rejected by a doctor, and in the same day by like I don't remember, like,
oh, doggy, come on.
As the citizens of Poland would be coming to the hospital or to the doctors on the German side here in Frankfurt Oder, in case they usually leave here as well. So they might still have the Polish passport, but they will be living in Frankfurt, and then they would have the entitlement, so to say, to receive this service.
I think that there is some sort of stereotype that in Germany it's different and that it works better. I don't know the statistics probably, and I think it's very, very like possible that in Germany access to some specific like health procedures is easier. Like in general, I think it's always the same.